everybody. Welcome to ICC's Game of the Week with your host, as always, Joel Benjamin. The Russian women took the gold at the European Team Championship, but not for lack of effort from Mariya Muzychuk. The surprise women's world champion is showing that her success in Sochi earlier this year was no fluke. Mariya scored 7 out of 8, good for a 27-72 performance and the gold medal on board 1, while leading the Ukraine to the silver. Alexandra Kosteniuk did okay for Russia on the top board, but in our featured game she gets cleanly outplayed by the player formerly known as Anna Muzychuk's little sister. All right, let's see how little sister got it done. And it's a Trompovsky, which I don't think we have seen all that often in Game of the Week, but it's useful to look at these sidelines now and then, even if they're not played all the time by the grandmasters. You can certainly run into them at tournaments, and sometimes this move can throw people off a little bit. How to deal with it really depends a little bit on how you normally play queen-pawn openings. Probably the most principled move is d5, and if white takes on f6, black generally takes back with the e-pawn. The double pawn's usually not that big a problem. There's some strategy goes along with that, but d5 certainly a very solid move. And combative moves include c5, which can often lead to a Benoni structure when white plays d5, or knight e4, attacking the bishop and chasing it away, and then perhaps following up with c5 as well. But another very principled move here for black is e6. And if you normally play, Nimzo Indians, Queens Indians, that type of thing, e6 is a very normal move. And if white plays knight f3, you have a Tory attack kind of position that you're used to. But white can try to grab the center right away with e4, using the pin to get that in. The only consequence is that after h6, white has to give the bishop pair in order to protect the e4 pawn. But in giving that bishop pair, white brings out the black queen early, not the most quality development, and often black will later lose time repositioning the queen. Now here there are different plans. Pretty much nobody plays just simply knight f3 anymore, because that those positions where black has time to develop his pieces and white is not setting up an attacking formation, the bishop pair will eventually exert some influence. But one attacking formation that's fairly popular is to start with c3, safeguarding the center, and let's say something like d6, and then bishop d3. And the idea is to play knight e2 and short castles with f4, even if black plays e5, f4, and white is getting things going on the king side, taking advantage of the fact that not so much that white is ahead in development, but certainly has more space and can develop the pieces very freely. But the other move that's popular among grandmasters is knight c3, and I have to say that I experimented quite a bit with this type of thing back in the 90s. And after knight c3, we see Kosteniuk playing bishop b4 with a pin, and this is definitely advised for black. If black goes into a kind of hippopotamus or King's Indian attack type of approach with d6, this can be kind of dangerous, as white can build up an attacking formation with queen d2 and then f4 to really gain a stranglehold of the center. And one personal example goes like this: bishop g7,